Hurricane Helene, that continues to be a very big problem for people. And the big, by the way, there is, it's not just the damage. I'm going to do my by the way walk, if you don't mind, by the way. People are battling politics now as well. That's swirling in all of this. And the result is really a big cloud of things claimed by national figures that are just plain false, according to local reps from both parties. Among them is this one. The FAA is restricting search and rescue operations. That is simply not happening. Another one, FEMA is too broke to help because the storm money is going to immigration problems and foreign wars. That's not how funding for FEMA works. Senator Tom Tillis confirmed as much on Face the Nation yesterday, and another local Republican called it all, quote, conspiracy theory junk. But here's one of the sources of that junk.
$1 billion was stolen from FEMA to use it for illegal migrants, many of whom are criminals, to come into our country. And FEMA's now busted. They don't have any money.
And that's not the only quote. Now, so just imagine if you've lost your home and then you hear that. How's it going to make you feel? FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell called it all a truly dangerous narrative. That's a quote.
It's frankly ridiculous and just plain false. This kind of rhetoric is not helpful to people. You know, it's really a shame that we're putting politics ahead of helping people, and that's what we're here to do.
You got Republicans and Democrats saying that, and the bottom line is that politics is not what helps people. Help is what helps people. And we've got someone here to talk about that help, plus, Adriana, some of the real challenges ahead, don't we?
We absolutely do. Joining us now with more on this is FEMA's Deputy Administrator, Erik Hooks. Erik, thank you so much for joining us and helping us clear up some of these rumors. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so just to jump right in, there is a lot of debate about whether or not FEMA has the money to help Americans right now and in this hurricane season. The Secretary of Homeland Security himself said that the agency doesn't have enough money to make it through the Atlantic hurricane season. Why is that the case, and how is that affecting the response to Helene?
Well, first of all, let me say that there is absolutely enough money for FEMA and the federal family to execute on the response and recovery for Hurricane Helene and the storms that are yet to come, Hurricane Milton, which is also in focus for us. Due to the nature of hurricanes being more complex and severe, they are very, very costly. Each year, we do have a number of hurricanes that cost us over $1 billion in response and relief efforts. And so that does lend itself to us working with the administration and Congress to receive more funds for hurricane relief.
Well, then why would Secretary Mayorkas say that you don't have enough money for the entire hurricane season?
We certainly have absolutely enough funding to address Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. And again, we are seeing a longer hurricane season. And so we want to be prepared to meet the needs throughout the entire hurricane season or what may come. And so we work actively with Congress and the administration to obtain supplemental funding for hurricane relief and response.
You know, Erik, when people say things that are untrue, there's often a kernel of truth. And so I want to get you to clarify something regarding the FEMA money and whether it is going to immigrants who may have crossed the border illegally, as some Republicans, including President Trump, has claimed. Now, FEMA is part of the Department of Homeland Security, which does have a responsibility to handle border-related issues. Is that the same pot of money that you're dealing with, or is it two different streams?
Thank you for that question. I have spent decades in law enforcement right here in North Carolina. This is my home state. And so I want to express to our viewers that I know a lie when I see it. It is absolutely untruthful that any money has been diverted from the Disaster Relief Fund and sent to the migrant program. The funding that goes to assist those migrants in that program is funding that is appropriated by Congress to the Customs and Border Patrol. And because FEMA has expertise in administering grants, we assist the department and the Border Patrol in administering those funds. They have absolutely nothing to do with the Disaster Relief Fund.
Deputy Administrator, something I learned in just preparing for this is that FEMA has a Mythbusters website to actually debunk a lot of these rumors that are swirling. How does this misinformation affect the work that you're trying to do on the ground?
Well, it is really a shame that individuals, instead of lending a helping hand, would lift up lies and false information. We have seen it from particular individuals. We have also experienced it from adversaries who would try to undermine America's confidence in the ability of the federal government to assist them. We have set up a rumors page, and it's unfortunate that we even have to do this. Because it keeps disaster survivors from obtaining the resources that they need when they have fear in their community that anything other than the knowledge that first responders and FEMA and the federal families that are helping.
Yeah, it is a remarkable day and age when you have to set up a page like that. Erik Hooks, thank you very much. I appreciate it, sir.